What's going on, everybody? Show Me the Money Club, live Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. If you're here, you know what you're doing. So, what's going on, Sergio? How you doing?
What's happening? We're not wearing our Buffalo jerseys. We know what happened. Yeah,
I know what the hell.
Shit happens.
Although, a lot of teams lost. I mean, the Eagles lost.
The Eagles lost. Yeah.
KC lost.
Yeah. Okay, we're fine.
Ravens are getting spanked. So,
well, you know what? Everybody has an off day once in a while, so it's okay. It's fine.
It's unfortunate because it's New England. So,
yeah. Well, look how he's here. He's talking shit. So like,
I know.
But then, last minute. Anyway.
Well, of course.
All right. What are we doing today?
All right, let's go through the rundown. We are talking about a few different topics. First off, would you join a union? You can now in California.
No.
Another rideshare company forced to shut down. Uber is found not liable in driver sexual assault claims. Uber is changing the home screen UI.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
Neither do I. I've had this for like 3 months now.
I just got it.
Yeah, I know. I've had it for a while, and it's I don't know, but it's like extra button clicks. So we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Then Lyft is bringing back Prime Time. Uber flash incentive.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Yep. Yeah. Literally just got the email within literally 15 minutes. So
breaking news.
And this driver just got $28,000 richer. Woo!
Yeah.
Nice. Wall Street loves Uber stock. Waymos are coming fast and furious, not the Fast and the Furious. Sorry. Then Driver's Corner is going to be open mic tonight. And it's one last shot. So if you guys don't participate, Driver's Corner, hit the axe.
Done.
So we got quite a bit there. A lot of different things that we're talking about and complain. So with that being said, we also have our not Driver's Corner, Behind the Wheel, where Sergio interviews different drivers out there who are driving both Uber, Lyft, and other apps as well. So it's not just Uber and Lyft, but other apps. So if you're interested, then you can become a person who wants to share your story, because there's a lot of great information out there. What drivers are doing. If you're new, hey, awesome. If you got questions, hell, you could even come on and talk about that. Why you started driving in the first place, what you're doing, and how you could feel better. So those types of things. So yes, if you want, hit up Sergio at therideshareguy.com.
That's right. Hit me up. And I have a 3 candidates lined up for this week. But Chris, as you know, getting drivers to show up. It's like herding sheep. They go, yeah, Serge, I'll be there. I send them the Zoom link. Everything is good. I get on. Crickets. They don't show.
Sure.
So please respect my time a little bit. I scheduled you. I sent you the Zoom link. Just show up. It's only 20 minutes of your life. Don't be camera shy. It's
remember,
okay.
Sergio can't bite through the internet.
Definitely not. Anyway, so please send me email, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. Good, bad, sideways. Doesn't have to be just complaining. If you're making money, we'll talk about good things. If you're not making money, we'll talk about that. We just talk about anything you want to talk about. That's it. So Sergio at therideshareguy.com.
All right, let's move on and let's talk about our first topic, and that is, would you drive a union? And of course, we want to know, would you? So put in the chat, yes or no, if you would join a union, if it was available to you for drivers. And yes, in California, you now can.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. Governor Newsom signed it into law, and at the same time, he signed, besides AB 340, he signed SB 371, which is
there goes that insurance.
Which is the insurance. We're going to find out. We're going to test for that, Uber. By the way, Uber, nice try. Today's Tuesday, Chris. You know what I mean?
It is Tuesday, yes.
Yeah. All the new algorithmic stuff that they throw out, somehow it always happens on Tuesdays. I don't know why.
Don't worry, we got the one in there, but that's
we got one. They're all like They're not going to get it in time. No. We got
Well, either way, that's in a few topics, so we'll worry about that then. But let's talk about
Uber is saying SB 371 is going to lower fares. More people are going to be able to afford to take trips on the Uber platform as riders. So in turn, drivers are going to be busier. It's the same story when they cut the fares on the days of time and distance, right? So they would cut the fare from like $1.20 a mile to $1 a mile. They go, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're going to be busier. I'm like, how does that math make any sense? Anyway, so this is the same thing. They said we're going to hold them to it. We're going to test for this because we have enough screenshots gathered over the last 3.5 years to know exactly what Uber was paying under upfront fares for, let's say, 5-mile, 15-minute trip, right? Well, let's see if the fares do go down. You know what I mean? So, or let's see if the driver is going to pay for this somehow. Well, the driver is paying for this, by the way. The UIM insurance went from $1 million to $60,000 per person and $300,000 per occurrence. That's a huge cut. Be careful, folks. Be careful. But on the other side, with a catch, there's always a catch. Uber said, "Yeah, you guys go ahead and unionize." And I'm going like, okay, cool. So starting January 1, 2026, every Uber passenger trip in California will be covered by UIM of $60,000 and $300,000. $1 million in liability insurance to cover injuries or property damage in accidents caused by the rideshare driver continues. UIM is for the other side if somebody comes and hits you. $1 million in occupational accident and all this stuff. Now, you guys can join the union. In fact, Chris, I sent you the picture. Some driver from LAX sent me that picture. SEIU is taking the lead as being the lead union and sent me the picture. They were literally the next day. They had the vans there collecting signatures. Now, this is how it's going to work if you guys want to unionize. First threshold is 10%. So you guys need to, a union to be designated as the representative of the drivers. And Uber says there are about 800,000 drivers in California. 10% has to approve the union, first of all. Like, who do the drivers, this is the picture right there, who do the drivers pick as their representative union? SEIU is in the lead. This is the SEIU tent and the van. They were gathering signatures right at LAX. Now, my eyesight is shit, but that is really small. However, Chris, I highlighted the parts that you need to read. This is the breakdown of how actually a union can happen in California with rideshare drivers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before drivers can unionize. And we should do, what do you call it? A poll on our community page.
There's a poll going on right now in chat. So
there's a poll going on. Well,
can do that. And of course, we'll do a community poll too, but first we're going to do that.
A community poll. So please, if you don't mind, can you read the highlighted section?
Pretty close right now. We've got 34 votes going on, and it's almost 50-50. So it's real close.
Interesting.
So make sure you are in that poll because we got quite a few people that are watching right now, and there's only a few people who voted. So go in there, vote, and by the end of the segment, we will share those results on that. And then, of course, like I said, we'll do a community poll as well if you would join a union.
What would it take for drivers to unionize? And I highlighted the important parts. Please.
So a group can seek to be the bargaining representative for an active driver union by collecting signatures from at least 10% of them. At that point, a group would be able to petition for access to names and contact information for all active drivers in California from the state's Public Employment Relations Board, which is designated to oversee the unionization process. With that contact list, the process of organizing drivers would, in theory, become easier. Once a group signs up 30% of active drivers, they could petition the board for union certification. If more than one organization is in the process of gathering signatures, an election would be held to determine which would represent drivers. The law outlines a formula as to which drivers qualify as active based on a medium number of rides they completed during the prior 6-month period, which determines who would be eligible to vote in the election. It is unclear at the point how many active drivers California has, as the number fluctuates and rideshare companies do not release the information. Uber and Lyft will also be required to submit data on active drivers to the state labor board on a regular basis under the new law.
Yeah. So Uber and Lyft has never released names and numbers of active drivers with the excuse that it is not for privacy reasons. They said that's proprietary information. No, it is my information. You should be able to put a list together and send it to whoever wants that list. Number one, because what they don't want to do is they don't want a situation. Well, they didn't want situations like this. So initially, 10% of signatures have to be gathered. Then a union will be designated to represent the drivers. Then 30% of active drivers. Now, we don't know the definition of active. What does that mean? Because they say there's 800,000. 30% of 800,000, Chris, is 240,000. And when they do strikes and stuff like that, like 24 people show up. So getting 30% of 800,000, assuming they're all active, which I doubt that they are, is going to be a problem, right? And then even if
there's a formula to figure out what is active based on the median number of rides completed. What that formula is, though,
and that goes within the past 6 months, by the way, right? So if you did not, then you're automatically going to fall off that list. You know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty difficult to get to 30%. So yeah, there's always catch. So Uber and Lyft got the better deal. Yeah.
So here's the question, though: you could join a union. Let's say you get the 10%, you get the 30%. You're able to do this, and all of a sudden now California actually has a drivers union. What could they potentially change when it comes down to it? Because a lot of it is under a
Prop
law
22.
that requires 7/8 approval change to make any changes.
Yeah. So Daniel Rivas knows a lot about this stuff, and I like that comment. In California, it will allow negotiated pay and other terms. If successful, will be much better than Prop 22. That is correct. But getting those under Prop 22 is going to be difficult, getting those numbers. The important thing here is, when you do unionize, you have union dues. Those are not cheap. They're going to run. They're going to collect union dues from you. And you must understand that even if you do go on strike, you're part of a union. If there's 800,000 drivers in California, and let's say 200,000 join a union, the algo knows who joined the union, who didn't join the union, and then I'm not going to call them scabs. There are people who don't want to be part of a union, and the algo is going to feed the independent contractors that are not part of a union when the union is striking. Yes, it will make a difference. I agree. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long process to just to unionize, and then to negotiate and to get better rates, better the activation rights and things like that. We'll see where this is all going to go, but it's in the process. So SEIU was collecting signatures. I'm pretty sure SEIU is the largest union in California, so I'm sure they'll be able to get 10% for sure. And
yeah, I'm sure they'll probably be reaching out to other areas too, like RDU and things like that. So
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if you guys want to unionize. Maybe I'll join the union as a negotiator.
So we had 66 people vote.
Okay.
And no said 52%, 48 said yes.
That's pretty close, bro.
So 50-50 is pretty close.
Yeah. Who would be the leader, and what are who would be the leader? I volunteer. I'd be the chief negotiator if it comes to that. But then unions won't touch me. So, whatever.
Well, either way, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because yeah, the numbers are difficult. Going against Prop 22 is something I'm interested in to see how that whole play out as well too. So yeah, we'll see.
So a good question there. John Jones says, how many of no's are from California? Well, this is also happening in Massachusetts, by the way, not just in California. So
yeah, and not only that, it's also just to get the public perception whether you'd want to join a union or not when it came to being a driver. So it doesn't matter if it's California or not. It's more about public perception and what people are thinking.
Yeah. Well, my initial thing is this job. Let's say it's a job. It is a job. This job was an independent contractor's job, but the reason we're here is because Uber and Lyft sucked the life out of the independent contractor status. Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing to me says I'm an independent contractor. I can't bid on a job. I can't change the price of a job. I can't decline without AR restrictions. I can't do any of this stuff. All I'm saying is, we'll see. We'll see if the union is going to be doing a better job. Now, in Seattle, Washington State, they didn't have a union. They had the Washington Drivers Union, which was not your, typical legitimate union, but they went to the city council and they were able to do. But then it's much smaller state, much less drivers. California is the big elephant in the room. So we'll see. We'll see where this is going to go.
Yep. And we'll keep you posted. But with that being said, let's move on. Let's talk about our next topic, and that is, in other words, rideshare company is forced to shut down.
Yeah, this is what I've written a couple articles on Empower. Look, I have nothing against other companies trying. So last week we talked about Ride shutting the doors because they ran out of money. We know what's happening with
Joe talked about rides shutting down in Minnesota because of the fees that were associated with there.
Yeah, so that was a one by one, right? So Empower is another rideshare platform, and their CEO went as far as saying that we're just a software as a service, and you're just renting my software, so I don't have to get commercial insurance, I don't have to get TNC license, I don't have to get anything. So and then they, you literally just get paid, the whole fare. Well, that was all good and dandy, but then there are state laws, and Washington actually had sent him a cease and desist letter a couple of years ago, and they ignored that, and now they're threatening him with jail, and he said, okay, that's enough. So threatened with jail, CEO agrees to shut down ride-hailing app in DC. Actually, they started in DC. Actually, they're trying to do it in New York City. I think New York City, they'll have more success because every driver does have their own commercial insurance in New York City. Empower CEO agreed in court Tuesday to 2-week deadline to stop operating in the city. Look, I do like other competitors coming into the space, but most drivers, if you look, riders feel better and drivers feel better because there is some sort of a resemblance of an insurance policy that's protecting both sides. Empower did not offer that in the app. Like Uber and Lyft offer it, although with a $2,500 deductible, this and that, we know what the shortcomings are, but Empower didn't offer that. And I never thought that would that's like a can of worms on the driver. I mean, the driver is taking all the risk. How many drivers, Chris, are going to go get commercial insurance to drive for Empower,
Mm-hmm.
So the founder of the ride-hailing service Empower promised Tuesday to shut down operations in DC. So and the CEO, Joshua Sear, said it's clear that the district does not want us here. It's been going on for a couple of years. And you've gotten what you asked for. I'd like to go home to my family. So I guess when he got threatened with jail, he said, okay, enough is enough. The company took a more aggressive posture outside of court, saying in a statement later Tuesday that Empower will continue to do everything it can to ensure drivers and riders in DC have the ability to use this software. They're making it sound completely like it's a software platform, and drivers and riders are using it, so they're not a TNC. They don't have to get commercial insurance. They don't have to do. But then, I mean, it's too much risk, man. What happens if you get in an accident? You're still doing commercial business in your car.
Mm-hmm.
Is the driver covered?
Your insurance, they find that out, they're not covering you. And who's the driver gonna go, or I mean the rider gonna go after? Well, they're gonna get shut down, and then they're gonna go after the driver. So yeah, unfortunately, that is a lot of issue when it comes down to it. You need the protection.
Yeah, that's one thing Uber and Lyft do. I mean, look, again, I don't like the policies. You're not covered for P1. You got a $2,500 deductible, all the stuff, but you do have something. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. And you got just a lot less now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
All right. With that being said, let's move on. Another court decision that came out, and that is that Uber is not liable when it
Yep.
comes to driver sexual assault claims.
This was pretty big for Uber, actually. The first case went to court, and Uber was found not liable in the U.S. trial over I mean, they have 5,000 of these cases, Chris, and then they were all put together, saying that all could be going commingled, actually. In Chicago, Uber is not liable to sexual assault of a woman who said she was attacked by her driver on a ride she ordered from the ride-sharing app, California jury said on Tuesday, according to an attorney for the plaintiff. At the end of the three-week civil trial in San Francisco Superior Court, the jury found that Uber was negligent in terms of measures it put in place to protect the anonymous woman's safety, but found that negligence was not a substantial factor in causing the woman's harm, according to Celine Cutter. There was a great article in New York Times that actually saying that, the Uber and Lyft both put out that public report, right? The safety report every 2 years.
Yep.
They're saying that she figured out and she found out a lot of good data that those numbers that Uber and Lyft put out are grossly underreported. Grossly.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she was contending that every 8 minutes there's an assault, either from the rider to the driver or from the driver to the rider, every 8 minutes, Chris. So over 500,000 potential cases. And in those reports, they only put like 16,000 of them in there, right? But then what Uber does, which Uber does well, is Uber defines assault from touching the knee to, excuse the language, rape and whatever not. So they have like 60 different definitions of assault. And I guess most of them did not go into that report. And this is pretty big for Uber because this could be, well, this is just one case, but this sets the precedence, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Uber got away with one. And then, most people don't understand that, by the way, even in those limited numbered assaults on the public reports that come out, the public safety reports, the breakdown is exactly 50-50, by the way. So 50% of the time, the riders are assaulting the driver. Yeah. So let's talk about the rider a little bit, from the rider to the driver as well. 50% of the time, riders are assaulting drivers, and 50% of the time, drivers, people who should not be on the platform, but that's on Uber because they allow them on the platform. Somehow they sneak through, right? You get a fake account, you get fake ID, whatever. It falls through the cracks, and then they go, sexually assault these women when they pick them up. So, but this is pretty big. This is going to set the precedence for many more to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So quite interesting how that played out. What's your thoughts, though? Do you think that the company should be held liable, whether it's on the receiving end from a driver or a rider?
Yeah. I mean, look, I like that's exactly what's happening there. That's why Tony West gets paid the big bucks. As far as I'm concerned, I personally think the background checks to get on the platform, Chris, is so easy these days.
I mean, it's on both sides. See, the thing is, you can't even say background check because 50% of them happen from rider to driver.
Yeah.
Who has no background checks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't even use the background check as a deterrent because reality says it's not.
On the 50% of the time, that's from the driver to the rider. These are the cases that are all, by the way, from the driver to the rider. These are all sexual assault cases they're put together. My point is, I get the part that the driver, but then there is also no protection for the driver when an assault happens from the rider to the driver. There's no insurance. There is no coverage. We hear it every single day, man. Somebody got carjacked, somebody got shot, somebody got stabbed, somebody got killed. I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure the family is going to sue Uber, but Uber is going to fight tooth and nail not to pay them. I mean, because there is no, like, if a union were to come around, I would make that number one priority, actually, if something like that were to happen, that the drivers can actually civilly sue the rider and Uber as opposed to anything else and get some protections going after when a rider assaults a driver. But I mean, on the driver to the rider side, that's why I was talking about the background check part. That, like in Boston, they have a pretty
I'm my simplest question is, should Uber actually be liable in these cases, whether it's on the receiving end of a driver or a rider.
And I have no idea on the legal. I'm not a legal person, but
I'm not
if you
asking
are
for
just asking my
legality. I'm
opinion,
asking for your opinion.
if you are asking my opinion, I would say probably no.
Yep.
Just for the fact that they put they're the platform that both parties are operating under. Now, obviously, if the driver sexually assaults a rider, okay, I mean, I'm going to say it. How's that Uber's problem? How's that Uber's fault, right?
Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a car and shit happens. And but then again, just like, the SB 371, right? Lawyers go after the deep pockets, man. Who has the deep pockets, the driver or Uber?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're going to go after that. No, the reason why I ask that is because, I agree with you in the grand scheme of things. I don't think Uber or Lyft would be liable in those circumstances because, again, it's a service. I mean, like, and it's not an employee independent contractor. I mean, it comes down somewhat to that, but it's whoever gets in the car, and hopefully that person you can trust to get you somewhere safe. And most of the time that's the case. It's going to be
Yeah.
with no problem, without a hitch.
Yeah.
Would I like my wife to go in one by herself? No.
No, I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. I
But
mean, it's like,
in the
but we'll follow.
reality, I don't think that the companies are going or should be liable in these cases. I think
Yeah.
it's the asshole who does it should be
Well,
completely
number one,
liable.
you're not an employee, right? Definitely not. So I mean, there's a lot of ways Uber can get away with all this stuff, other stuff with independent contractor stuff, but this actually kind of helps them out in that case. That, look, man, you're an independent contractor. What you do on my platform, I'm just the broker. You're
Yep.
actually what Uber says in the TOS, as you know, they say the rider is your customer, you're my customer. I have nothing to do with the rider. The rider is your customer. You're assaulting the rider, so it's on you. They should sue you probably, as opposed to anything else.
Yep. Or you them, depending on how it plays out. But I think the person who does it is 100% liable.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's for sure. Yeah, that's definitely.
all right. With that being said, let's move on and let's talk about the home screen UI changes on Uber. Now, I've had this for a number
You
of
didn't
months
tell me.
already. I thought everybody had it.
No.
It was one of those things. I'm like, oh, well, this is stupid when it came out, because it's like I like looking at the map first thing. So I open up the app. I like looking at the map like you got on the right side screenshot here. Instead, you got to click on it and then finally expand the map, and that's how you get your preferences and all that stuff too. So it's like extra steps, because the first thing you want to do before you go online, you want to check your preferences, make sure that the things that you toggled off aren't toggled on, or vice versa. So then that way you can adjust how you want to drive for the particular time that you go on. So now I got to add clicks to it, because now I got to click the map, then I got to click the preferences down at the bottom once it finally opens up. It's just a pain in the ass. I mean, sure, yeah, you could scroll up and you get to see like what's busy in your area and stuff like that. Okay, great. But why can't I just have something that I just swipe down? I just swipe down and there it is.
Yeah. And this showed up on my app last weekend. So Joao Duarte, why don't you grab the link when open mic happens at the end, and come on, we can discuss that subject actually. What I was saying has nothing to do with the activation, by the way. And it's like apples and oranges you're talking about there. So this just showed up. So actually, you will see the left-hand screenshot. Well, Matt is saying that they had it in Boston as well. I'm like, I didn't know that. It just showed up for me. So when it shows up for me in my app, I'll just put it up. So now the left-hand screenshot is what you see. They have 4 little tabs on the bottom now. You guys see that? That's the home page. Then you have, so they separated all these things. They made it easier and clearer to understand, Chris.
No, they made it more of a pain in my ass. Actually, okay. First off, do you have it? Do you have this new layout that they have
I don't like it, but it's what it is.
Do you like it? What market are you in? And did you just get it, or have you had it for a while?
Well, you had it for 3 months, you said. So
Yeah, it was something. It was definitely a few months. I mean, I actually emailed Joe on it to see if he had it too,
oh, well, you didn't email me,
a
so
while
I'm like,
ago, and
hey, look, okay.
he said he had it too. So,
But anyway, so now you click on earnings. It gives you everything you want to know about your earnings. You click on the little email box or messages. You get all the messages in there. And then the menu, it gives you like your account and all the stuff that used to be there on the upper left-hand corner with the 3 lines. It used to be there. So now the upper 3 lines on the right-hand side, that's a live shot. There's a home button. So if you click on the home button, you go back to the left-hand screenshot. And now, but if you do click your earnings and whatever, you can continue. But you have to, and FYI, you can go online from that page as well. You guys see the long, elongated, oval go online button? You can go online from that page as well. And then after that, it's pretty much the same thing. So I don't know what this is necessary for. Now, I have breaking news myself. Uber said that they have the Go Get 2025 coming up in DC this year. And
fly us out there.
no, I said, can you guys fly me? They said we have no budget. Literally, that's what they said.
Okay.
Literally, that's what you know who you are. So that's literally what she said.
Okay.
I go, what budget? Stock just hit $100 a share. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, we all have budgets. I'm like, okay, cool. Long story short, so this is an extra step. But Uber said that there's a lot of stuff that they're going to introduce and Go Get 2025. And with an embargo, they're going to send me all the stuff, obviously. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to write a newsletter or an article for the newsletter. I'm going to put it out for you guys. The second the embargo is lifted, so it's going to happen soon.
I hope that they don't highlight this as like this. This is their biggest thing.
This is probably one of them.
Tell you what, it sucks.
This is probably one of them. Yeah.
Like, I mean, hey, if you use it, it's information that you can, like, literally all you got to do for the opportunities. You could click the little arrow, or you just scroll up so you see what's going on. So if you if you got a promotion, you got that there, or you scroll up and it shows you the opportunities. So if it's busy or flights or whatever is coming in. But it's annoying because it's like, now I have to make an extra click because I want to open up the actual map to what it used to be, so I can click the preferences down in the bottom corner, just so I can make sure that you guys didn't screw with what I wanted to drive on or not on, and check off everything, making sure it's all correct. Because you know what? That's something I got used to a long freaking time ago. Because when I didn't want to drive Uber Eats, and then all of a sudden they switch toggle on, because let's say I'm on vacation for a week or something and I come back, or I update the app, and then all of a sudden, oh, hey, you could take an Uber Eats order. No, I don't want to take that shit because it was being paid jack shit. And I'm not sitting in McDonald's parking lot for 25 minutes while you are getting me paying me a fry. No, not happening. So now I have to do another thing.
That's a good point. Yeah, so actually, Matt, you just gave me an idea. I'll just go to APK store and then download the older version, so I don't have this garbage. We all can do that, by the way. If you have an Android. If you have an Android.
I have an iPhone, so I can't.
You cannot do it. I can do it.
But like I said, I've had this for several months. So
okay, no, well, this is new to me. I don't like it. Uber. I mean, look, I'm sure you're going to spin this somehow, saying that, look, we're just splitting the. It was too confusing, Chris, when everything was on the right-hand side page. It was way too confusing. Okay,
I thought it was fantastic because I already worked it out.
I'm Uber. I'm talking like Uber. Jesus. Oh. So it was confusing. And now we separated. Everything has its own little button or a tab. So now every dumb shit out there can figure this out.
I don't even think that.
But the other thing is, you know, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The new and improved maps. The gray clouds are gone, right? Remember?
Nope, not for me. I still got the gray clouds of doom, so my surge looks like it should.
Yeah, no, pretty soon you're gonna get this. So this was taken at 4:11 in the afternoon, Chris. Okay, and so if you guys look down on the right-hand screenshot, what do you guys see? You guys see all these?
I see you're offline.
Arrows up, like real blood red is like really busy, right?
Yeah, it's a trick.
Except that, Chris,
it makes it look like it's surging, but it's not.
It is.
There's no surge there at all.
No, there's no surge. Don't get excited. But here's the problem I have with this one. Okay, so do you see on the tabs or the ovals or whatever those things are,
All
the
the
blood
timers.
red ones, right? Look what it says. Between 1 and 17 minutes, between 1 and 12. How is it super busy if I'm going to get a trip between 1 and 17 minutes?
Because it's
And then
all
the
the
lighter orange one is 1 and 20 minutes. Uber, can you like tighten that up a little bit? Not that I'm going to pay any attention to it, but I'm saying for people who are just picking up or starting now, they're going to look like, actually, you're doing yourself a disservice. They're going to go, that's not busy. Between 1 and 17 minutes, I'm going to get a trip down there. If you're lucky enough to get an exclusive, you'll probably get Trip Radar anyway.
Yeah, but that just shows you how loose the actual metrics are, and it's all 100% trickery. Oh, it's a game. That's literally all it is. It's like you go into the casino and you see the slot machine and it's got the big one. You got the bars or the sevens, and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta play that, and then I'm gonna play it, and then it goes ding 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 ding, and then you're like, oh, triple bar. Come on. Oh, there's the triple bar. Oh, there goes the triple bar. It's the same exact thing here. Same thing. All it is just bullshit. Give me the fucking gray clouds of doom, or better yet, don't even put that information on the goddamn screen. I don't need it. You know what I want to see?
Well, you don't, but people do.
I want to see surge because that's what matters. This crap doesn't mean anything. This literally means absolutely nothing.
I have not seen surge forever now. So, so this is what we have. We have a new page when we turn the app on.
Homepage. The earnings tab, I'll give them. It's good. I like the earnings tab because it breaks everything out pretty good. But the reality is, I don't want to see this. Can I have a toggle switch where I can turn this stupid thing off? And then I don't need to worry about it. So I can just go right to the map. And then that way I can go to my preferences and change to how I want to drive for the day. Maybe I do want to drive Uber Eats. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll drive Uber Teen. Probably not. But let me go to the freaking thing so I don't have to hit multiple times, because you know what? Clicks are not what I want. I want seamless. The app was all about seamless.
All right, listen to my partner, Uber. Okay, we unequivocally say this sucks. But then this definitely, I'm pretty sure, Chris, this will be part of the Go Get 2025.
It'll be their top thing. Oh, guess what? We're making it easier and more transparent. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, yeah. So I can go sit in my ass for 1 to 12 minutes in West Hollywood.
And, I mean, 1 to 20 in West Hollywood. 1 to 20.
1 to 20 in North Hollywood.
What's my incentive to even look at this thing when you put 1 to 17, Uber? You have like all the data. I mean, is it really that slow out there? I don't think it is. Anyway, so this is a change.
Aren't those numbers also based on historic data? Or the last
30 minutes. Past 30 minutes.
Well, I know 30 minutes plus historic data. So that doesn't mean anything. It's literally meaningless at that point.
Bro, it's good for the newbies and the ants and stuff. It's good.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, no, it's not good for them, but it's good. It's not good for them. It's
no. It's great for Uber to be like, oh yeah, go here. So we can redisperse you where we want you to drive. So we don't have to pay you surge.
Well, go drive where it's red. There you go.
Yeah, but you're not getting anything extra.
Of course not. Why would you?
So it's all a game. I mean, literally, you had over a decade where surge was yellows and oranges and reds.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, no. We're going to change that all of a sudden. We're going to make it pink and purple. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the pinks and purples for surge. And we're going to give these gray clouds of doom, because Sergio and Chris call it gray clouds of doom. And we're going to make it look like it's much better.
Well, they changed it after a year and a half.
We agree with Sergio and Chris. It's gray clouds of doom. So you know what? We're gonna switch it around. We're gonna make it look busier than what it actually is. So again, we can disperse drivers where we want them.
I think they worked on that like a year and a half to get rid of the gray clouds of doom. You know, we didn't get paid on that, Chris. That was our idea. You know. I mean, I remember saying,
it's not our idea.
Change it to like different colors, Uber. You know, as depressing it is already. So I'll go like, no, I don't even want it. I want the preference to turn it off. What?
Give me a toggle switch where I can be like turn off and show surge only. That's all. This stuff.
Oh, you mean you want to turn off the busy map? That's what you want?
It's meaningless. It's
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
meaningless
Okay. All right, Uber. That's your next task. A year and a
because
half from now, you will accomplish
Surge
that one.
Surge shows real-time data because that is real-time demand that's built in. If
Yes.
you're showing me this that's based on the last half hour, that doesn't mean jack shit
Okay.
because the last half hour does not reflect what is going on currently or into the, in the next 15, 20 minutes. It's not the same.
I mean, I don't know how you're making money if you have 0% acceptance rate, but good luck. Yes, Matt, correct. The 3 Ps: patience, position, and planning.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, veterans don't need this kind of stuff anyway. It's all for the newbies, whatever.
No, I
Um,
mean, but that's the thing. When a newbie looks at that, what are they going? Are they going to really think, "Oh, yeah, 1 in 9 minutes, so I'm going to go there," or I'm going to sit where I'm sitting at right now, or
well, hold on a second.
positioning
That's
myself
what it's
by doing,
showing. That's what it's showing on mine. How do you know that newbies are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing?
uh,
Ah,
uh,
uh-huh,
uh.
uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
We got to get a test together and see what
Uh-huh.
everything is
Because I
showing right
bet you
now.
the newbie doesn't see 1 to 20. I bet you the newbie goes 1 to 4. You're like, let me jump on that fish.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Like I say, it's all a game. So you know what? How about I am able to take this overlay, toggle it off, and just show surge because that's all I need. Because that's going to show me real time data, and it's going to show me a little bit more information what I need versus this crap, which is all unnecessary filth and crap that I don't need.
Okay.
Literally, I look at it now of browns. I
How
don't
do you
see it
feel
as
about
red
it?
anymore. I see brown. I just see different shades of poo.
How, how do you really feel about it? Okay, so I wanna okay, our Marca, email me, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. I want to know how that was accomplished. I really okay. Now we're not talking private trips now. I
Well,
want to
because
know.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
They're a black driver and they have X on, so they're getting all X rides and then saying no to that and getting
I
black
don't know,
only
but I would like to know how that was accomplished. Please email me, Sergio at therideshareguy.com.
screenshots,
Okay.
baby, screenshots.
Screenshot or it never happened. Uh, okay.
All right, but we want to know what are your thoughts on that? These changes. Do you like the new upfront little screen that they have, the home screen? We'll call it. Do you like it? Do you think it's got more information in there? Do you think it's a little more transparent? What do you
No,
think? And then what do
I
you think
didn't like
about
it.
these? What do you think
Um,
about the new shades of the Great Clouds of Doom? The
oh,
great
the top. No,
the
I
brown
didn't like.
notes of poo. That's what I'm going to start calling it. The brown notes of poo.
Okay, fine. So our Marsa did it on X and XL. By the way, Lyft doesn't have X and XL, so we're catching up with you. You know what I'm saying? So
You talk about Lyft has X and XL. Well, they have
Lyft has
regular and XL. The
standard, and
standard,
XL,
yeah,
not
standard and
X.
XL.
So I'm on you, Rob, our Marca. Lyft it, and then he says Lyft is horrible in my area, but I made 2,500 on it. Okay, cool. Well, email me, Sergio at therideshareguy.com.
Yep. All right. Well, either way, I want to know your thoughts on this, whether you
I don't
think
like
it's
it.
good or
I
not.
didn't like it. I don't like change. I like the way it was. It was fine. I mean, look, it is what it is. Sergio, can I have Uber do nothing? I cannot do Uber do anything. Jesus. Sergio, can you have a weekly statement showing their fee for the week, not the negative amount of the month? Bro, do you guys honestly think I have some sort of like magic powers? I mean,
You
I do,
do,
but not when
apparently.
it comes to
Joseph, thank you for the super chat. In all the years I've driven, seems like Surge is a projection on
no, that's not
demand.
true. Well,
No, it's
12
definitely
points.
on demand.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely. Yeah.
and I was able to prove that because I was on the passenger app. I was in an area that had nothing, like literally, it's nothing that's around there. And I was for sure probably the only person around, and I had my passenger app because I just wanted to see. So I was perusing through, and then all of a sudden on the driver, I switched over to the driver app. There's a little bit of surge there.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
Would I have
Surge.
gotten a ride? No, because literally it was the middle of effing nowhere.
I haven't seen
But
Surge.
yeah, it'll actually reflect more demand. And it's probably also preemptive too. So they see that the apps are opening up. There's probably a trigger point so they can say 68% of the time a ride actually goes through. So we're going to calculate that into our surge projections, and that's how they're going to get the surge. So yeah,
Surge,
it is much more realistic. Not
Surge
this
is a
not
mythical
this time
creature.
crap that they have on there.
Serge is a mythical creature in LA. We don't get it anymore. We don't see it, yeah.
We still get it here and there, and it's definitely on certain times. Like no matter what, it doesn't matter, the time of the year or anything. Like certain times of the day, it is guaranteed, which is still nice to see. You just got to know where it is.
Yeah, I mean, look,
you have your own version of the app. You're screwed, Sergio.
I used to do this really well, but there's no search now, honestly. And then you used to know, like, you had your honey holes pockets that there's going to be search popping up, and then you position yourself ahead of time. It pops up. By the time all the ends came to sugar, you already grabbed the search chip. Yep. It's not like that anymore, man. It's just accept and move on.
For you maybe, but for certain markets, it's still.
Oh no, Boston and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But and I, you know what? Honestly, I think that probably is a majority of places still are going to see that constant timing being pretty regular. At least hopefully. But
Daniel seems to indicate or insinuate that some people have their own version of the app. So,
well, I mean, we can do a pretty easy test. What's your app version?
My phone's
open up your app version right now. Let's see, and then we'll ask everybody else what their app version is.
My phone's not here. I don't have my phone. I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, either way. With that being said, I think
what is happening?
I want this changeover. No change. I just want the overlay off. I don't need it.
Okay. Cool.
The same thing with the home screen. I don't need it.
Well,
there's no reason. Like, allow me to customize my app the way I want. I don't care about the home screen. That might be great for newbies. That's fine. The earnings tab is fine, but I can find the earnings tab through navigating the app anyways. It's not any different than just hitting the top number right up at the top, just below my camera. It's not that hard hitting that. But
well, they have a reason. They have a reason for doing this, and then I will ask them. I will ask them what the reason was, and then they will tell me what the reason is. Yes, we're going to allow people to come up at the end. Today is the last day that we're trying this. So this guy says, "Are you guys allowed?" Yes, at the end of the show, we're going to allow. Okay, just stay here, and then at the end, yeah.
Yep. All right. With that being said, we bitched about this. The brown notes of poo enough. But let's move on. Let's talk about Lyft and Lyft bringing back prime time. Now this is how you do it.
Oh,
now this is how you do it. Prime time, bitches. That's what I'm talking about right there. You know what I like?
I don't have it.
That's old school.
I don't have it.
Old school. The only difference is when it comes to the prime time is when I would see prime time, I would see 100%, 150%. You remember that? So that was like 150%, 180, 200%, 250, 300. I like those.
I was talking to Matt yesterday, and I was reminiscing about the old days. I would be parked at like 6 a.m. West Hollywood. We had time and distance rate cards, and we get 150 to 200% prime time going to LAX.
Ooh, baby!
It'd be like $100 trip, 40 minutes, $100, and I'm done. Those days are gone. Although it's coming back. So the difference is you have percentages now versus the dollars. So the one on the right is my screenshot. So from Santa Monica. I don't have percentages, but it seems like a vast majority of the country got percentages now, Chris.
Well, because you have a different app. Now, so they didn't update yours.
again, and again. 40% on what? Is the question, right?
Because we don't have a rate card. Meant something.
We don't have a rate card. So 40% on what? And you know how easy it would be now to shave base fare with the 40%? It'll be very easy.
I mean, we've already seen that when they add dollar amounts.
Yeah, but not. But at least on a okay. You know what? This is a good segue for our newsletter. So most of you have it. I don't have it in LA yet. But percentages now. I wrote an article and we published it. I think yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So free newsletter. Go sign up. www.therideshareguy.com. It's free. We just want your email, put it in, and so you get the article. So I wrote an article. I thought about it, like why Lyft did this, number one, and how it would affect. So this will, and here it is. If you did sign up, you should have gotten this part. This is part of
that went out yesterday.
the newsletter. Why Lyft may be making this shift? Why would Lyft recast bonuses this way? There are several possible incentives, motives, cost control, and flexibility. This is Lyft's point of view. Don't attack me. Fixed dollar bonuses are blunt instrument. Whether a ride is long or short, the bonus adds the same nominal amount. By tying compensation to the base fare via a percentage, Lyft gains more flexibility and can scale payouts relative to overall volume. It may reduce the company's risk of overpaying on short, low-value rides. I didn't talk to Lyft about it. I just thought about it. I thought like Lyft, and then I go like, oh yeah, these are the things. Alignment with surge demand signals. Percentage boosts may align more cleanly with dynamic pricing, and it used to be like that. But we used to have a rate card, and by the way, the 40/50, Chris, was during the week. Let's wait for like a game or a concert or a some event. Let's see if we get up to 150%, or there'll be a cap probably. I'm not sure. Percentage boosts may align more clearly with dynamic pricing and demand fluctuations. If base fares adjust with supply-demand conditions, which it does with upfront fares, a percentage multiplier ensures bonuses scale in tandem. Okay. Masking reductions in base fares. This is called shaving. I was trying to be nice to Lyft on this one. Shifting to percentages can help obscure subtle cuts to base rates. If base fare is lowered and multiplier applied, many drivers may not immediately notice the effective drop in earnings.
So you're just saying it's a game.
Yeah,
Another game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now, this is very true, though. This part is true. Incentivize longer trips, longer rides. With percentage bonuses, long rides yield higher bonus dollars since they scale with fare. This might steer drivers away from ultra short trips, potentially reducing congestion or optimizing ride pooling logistics. And last but not least, algorithmic simplification. Percentage-based incentives may integrate more smoothly into dispatch and matching algorithms, which is correct. They may reduce edge cases. You like that one? I put it in there, edge cases for you. Or conflicts that fixed dollar bonuses introduce when combined with other bonuses and guarantees. This is Lyft's point of view, why Lyft may have done this.
Well, you know what? It was very well thought out and articulated, but I'm very upset with you that there was no hocus pocus in there.
There was hocus pocus actually in my in another section, but okay, this is too small for me to read, but you go ahead and read these, please.
All right. So the effects on driver earnings and behavior. The shift is not theoretical. It changes how drivers make choices day to day. So short rides get penalized under fixed dollar bonuses. Even a 1 or 2 mile could bring meaningful bonus. With percentage boost, a short ride base fare is small, so even 100% bonus yields only modest add-on. Many drivers report that short rides are now marginal or even loss-making. Earnings become less predictable. Fixed bonuses gave a reliable lift independent of fare volatility. Now drivers have to estimate how big the bonus will be, and since base fares may shift, the bonus becomes uncertain. Many drivers say they now have to do the math for every ride to see if it's worth accepting, or simply put, you do your profit calculator and see. And then lower incentives in saturated zones. In areas with many drivers, low demand, base fares tend to shrink. In those zones, even a high percentage bonus yields little additional pay. This undermines old strategy of staying put in bonus zones and waiting for pings. I don't know what happened there, but
well, no, that was the page break. This is from my actual Google Docs. It was not because if I put the RSG article, there's like 85,000 ads in between, so it just doesn't make sense. So I sent you actually my Google Docs article.
Oh, gotcha. All right, and then reduced ability to game the system under fixed bonuses. Some veteran drivers use strategies like chasing the bonus zone perimeter, timing pickups, or stacking short rides in bonus zones. The percentage model weakens these tactics, making the bonus less manipulable and more algorithmically controlled. Psychological and moral effects. For many drivers, the bonus system is a motivational tool. Replacing clear dollar amounts with floating percentages introduces confusion and erodes morale. Some drivers feel Lyft is pulling back benefits stealthily. On driver forums, complaints about the smoke and mirrors are being shortchanged are common.
I think those are the things. And look, there are a lot of drivers who just did like short trips, like with a $5 surge, $7 surge, and went to town with it. That game is going to change. You're actually getting a pay cut if you just decide to do short trips with surge. Percentages are definitely a cut. So, for example, I have examples in the article. Please go read the article. Would you please, just please? And so let's say you had a $5 trip, okay, and a $5 bonus. That's $10 for, let's say, 15 minutes, right? Well, now you're going to have a 50% bonus or PT prime time on a $5 trip. That's $2.50. You just lost $2.50. You know what I mean? So math is pretty simple on that. I mean, you're going to get a cut on the short trips. But wasn't there thing on upfront fares that short trips are going to pay more and long trips are going to pay less? But now look what's happening now. Short trips are going to pay less, and
that's only if there's surge attached. That's only if there's a surge percentage attached to it.
I know, but this is definitely a cut for people who have a strategy or cherry picking. This is definitely.
This happened in 2020. Was it in 2019 or 2020? I don't remember. Whatever they shifted from the percentages back to the flat dollar. Both companies did it very quickly with each other. Now it looks like Lyft is backtracking that, and your couple of points you made probably are pretty relevant, especially when it comes to shorter trips, and then kind of helping with the longer. But the reality is, when we came down to it, it's the same exact thing. Short trips with the flat rate surge paid better than the percentage, and then vice versa. Long trips paid better with the percentage versus flat rate surge. So it's the same exact thing, the same conversation that was had 2019, 2020 when it changed from the percentage to flat rate. Everybody was bitching then. Who knows what's going to happen now? But it's interesting to see how they are changing that. And I would love to know the reasons why they are doing that too.
Well, it's more money for them. I mean, look, 65-70% of Lyft trips are 7 miles or less. So short trips are a lot more prevalent on the platform than long trips or medium long trips. So if you put a $5, $6, $8, $10 bonus out there on a short trip that drivers were knocking out, maybe they can knock out 4 of them an hour, right? And now with the percentage, they're going to, and do you think, by the way, they're going to lower the fare on the rider? I don't think so. So it's more money for Lyft. I mean, I get the math. Math is pretty simple.
So, yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Uber.
Breaking news.
In fact, with the breaking news is called the Flash incentive.
Okay, how many of you have this? Because this just came to us like 15 minutes before the show. Chris put it up immediately. So I received these from Matt, our Boston sniper.
So this is sort of like Matt's Corner, but not.
Sort of like Matt's Corner, but he broke the news, and then we said we'll talk about it next week, and then Chris said, no, it's breaking news. We'll talk about it today. How many of you are seeing this? This is not Matt's trips. This is from another driver who was literally parked a couple of blocks away. He is a very high AR driver, by the way, Chris. So this is the news I have from Matt. Hopefully I don't butcher it. I do it justice. He already took the screenshot, sent it to Matt. Matt sent them to me. There is this new thing called Flash Incentives Included. On every single trip radar or exclusive that driver was getting, that was included. And he, in fact, did a trip with it. $4.50 Flash incentive. Now, Matt was seeing surge on his map, but this driver was seeing nothing but white maps on his map. But he was getting this called Flash Incentive Included on each single offer, regardless of being trip radar or exclusive. Now, is this a surge replacement? Is this because he has higher AR? So we have an idea that we should be testing this now in Boston. And hopefully Matt will oblige and do us a favor and do a test. But I haven't seen this. This is new to me. Have you guys seen this before? Have any of you seen this? Flash incentive included. While the maps are white. basically no surge. So I have not seen it. And
Organs?
if this is surge replacement, I don't know. Or I'm saying maybe the algo is ripping the rider such a big one, that's trying to play fair and share a little bit of the wealth. And if this is surge replacement, by the way, Chris, white maps, we're just going to throw a number on the screen, on the offer screen. It's completely arbitrary now. Before, you knew, like, you went and got an $8 surge or fixed surge, right?
Mhm.
Now it could be anything. Like, oh, here, we'll just decide to give you 2.5 out of that. And looking at all the trips, though, the data and they're all trip radar. So the one on the upper left is maybe 17 minutes, 4.3 miles, almost $11. I would take that trip. The next one is 14 minutes. I wouldn't take that trip. That includes the $250 flash incentive, by the way. And the one on the right, 17-minute trip, 4.3 miles, about $11. Those are all about $32, $34 an hour.
And what's right around that range?
I would take those trips. Well, I would attempt to take those trips by getting matched. I'm not saying because they're not exclusive. But Matt said that the other driver was seeing this on every single card, trip radar or exclusive. On every single offer, he had something called flash incentive included. I haven't seen it. So, first time I'm hearing it.
Yep. So if you got more information, definitely send it to us because, it is new. I was scouring Facebook and Reddit, and there were a couple of people talking about it, but nobody had any idea. Uber hasn't released any information on this or anything like that. So I'm assuming this is going to be something talked about the Go Get when it comes to Go Get 25. Possibly. And we'll probably have more information directly from Uber on that when they release that. But let's see. And then do you have this in your area or have you seen it? What did you notice when it happened? Did you notice anything that said flash incentive somewhere on the app? Like bonus zone or turbo or whatever they got going on.
Or email me if you're seeing this, because this is in Boston, so it's happening in Boston. The fact that, though, Matt and this driver was blocks apart, right, working the same area. Matt got 4 trip radars in 5 minutes, he said. Okay, no exclusives. And then for the next 25 minutes, he didn't get anything. No trip radar, no exclusive, no nothing. Okay. The other driver was getting all these. So there's definitely a little bit of a favoritism going on here. The other thing I'm thinking, because it's in Boston, right, and they have a 32 or 33 and change incentive now, right, the top off and stuff like that. Because if you look at these trips, all these 3 get you up to about 32, 33 active. If the 250 wasn't there, if the 280 wasn't there, if the other 250 flash incentive wasn't there, Chris, these trips would be way below, and this driver would get a top off in 2 weeks. But with that, the top off, is not going to be a question, at least on these trips that I'm seeing. So maybe that's their way of adjusting what the algo is doing in order for them not to give him top offs, which is better for the driver. I think it's better for the driver.
Yeah, because you're getting your money right away versus down the road 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We'll see. But yeah, if you see that, if you have more information about that, let us know. I'm sure we'll probably be getting information on it and then update more. But yeah, that's the breaking thing that we're seeing right now is there's a flash incentive now. So maybe you're just in the right spot at the right time, or maybe there's something else behind it. So we'll see. Steve, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Steve, thanks.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about a little bit more in Boston. Raphael, your Iron Man, you call him. Ooh, he got paid.
He got paid. So this is Raphael's note for me. He goes, also, I want to say thanks so much for you and Chris on the show, helping riders share Okay, he's Brazilian, so his English may not be that good. So rideshare drivers. I got the check from SETC. I got mine, by the way, Chris. It's about $1,600. I got the check from SETC from the tax COVID credit. It was you guys show a lot of drivers won't know about this money. I do appreciate all you guys do at RSG, Show Me the Money Club. I owe you guys a steak dinner. Chris, we got
Oh,
steak dinner in Boston. We got steak
awesome.
dinner in Boston.
I like it.
I
Well,
take
appreciate it.
So
But,
that's his,
yeah.
and he also got two checks. He got
Mhm.
one from SETC and one from the AG's Uber Lyft settlement in Boston. Here's check number one. How much is it from the AG? 18 grand. So,
$15,000 from the Massachusetts AG settlement.
how many?
And then
15?
yeah, 15,321. And
Okay.
then 12,800 for SETC credit.
That's 28 grand right there.
Woo. Ooh,
And
baby.
I talked to him, and he said he's going to probably go buy another investment property for himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
He's smart. He's smart. You know, he works hard. He's still cranking, by the way. He's only working 6 days a week now, Chris. Only 6.
Oh.
He's still cranking 15 hours
Did he
days.
increase the time though for those 6 days? Or is he still
15 hours a day. 15 hours a day. He's cranking
Wow.
15 hours a day, and he's right at 2,500 a week instead of 3 grand a week now, because he's only working 6 days a week now.
Yeah, but you know what? With that new investment property, you're looking about $500, $600 in additional cash flow. So, you know, there you go.
He has 3. He has one in Brazil, one in Mexico, and then he has one in the US. He's smart, bro. He works hard, but he's doing the right
Well,
things.
that's what I'm saying. Like for income properties, you're looking at like $500 in cash flow per unit. So you add that, and there you go. So instead of 2,500, you add that, you get 3,000. You can drive a day less.
Yeah, no, he's doing the right things. So how many dollars did you guys get? I saw a comment. Somebody got like 13 grand. I know Matt got some money. So everybody in Boston should have received their settlement check already. So congrats.
Now, hopefully other AGs will join in, and everybody else can get money too.
Well, we have a settlement working on in California, so we'll see how that works.
All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about Wall Street. Their predictions for the Uber stock is much higher than what it is right now.
Yeah, Uber. Okay, so if you can't beat them, you join them. I know a lot of you don't like the company, although you still turn the app on and keep driving for it. Mizuho Securities raises price target over from 98.45 to 130 now, and stock is right about 98, by the way. And when Upfront Fair showed up, folks, the stock was 23. So Uber Technologies said, well, okay, so my point in all of this is Lyft, same thing. Okay, I know you guys talk shit about them. You guys don't like the companies, this and that. Look, they're putting food on your table, but then there's many different ways to make money other than driving. Is there, right, Chris? I mean, there's many other ways. You can invest, you can save, you can do all kinds of things. So with that, and I don't know how many of you own Uber stock. How many of you? Okay, if you do, put 1. If you don't, put 2. I think ones will be like very minimal, probably. So the company is doing.
And hold on. It doesn't have to be just Uber stock. It can be if Uber is in an ETF.
Yeah, there you go. Matt owns Uber stock. Good for you, Matt. So that's that. Now, I want to segue just quickly a little bit about my new website. I have a new a finance website where you can learn about stuff, because my background is in finance. I've been in finance on Wall Street for 28 years as an active derivatives equities trader, but then retired. But now I want to teach. I want to teach you. Forget about complicated stuff. I want to forget about being stock jockeys. Forget about that. The only thing I want to teach there is everybody has to start investing at some point, because the government says everything is fine. Government lies to you. Everything is not fine. Inflation is not 2.5%. They gaslight you. None of this, what they say, is true.
Kind of like the Great Clouds of Doom.
Yeah, exactly like that. Gray clouds of doom. They go like, oh, look at these colors. I'm like, no. So you're losing about 7 to 10% of your buying power every single year. If you look at the dollar, you have lost 11% of your buying power so far this year because the dollar is down about 11%. So I want to pay it forward. I want to educate. No strings attached. I started this website. Here's the channel. Well, I have a YouTube channel, but the website is new. Website came around literally about a week ago. And there's the website, www.sergioavadian.com. I would highly recommend and appreciate, by the way, for you guys to sign up to the newsletter. I'm not asking for your name. I'm not asking for your phone number. I'm not asking for anything other than your email address. And this Monday, this coming Monday, the first newsletter is going to go out. Every Monday, we're going to send out a newsletter. It's going to be teaching you how to invest. And I'm not talking again gambling and trading and all that stuff. That has its space. But all of you have to invest because all of you are stuck in a hamster wheel. And I don't want to hear from anyone that, oh, I don't have any money to invest. You all do. You just need to budget it and make sure you invest, whatever it is, in crypto and stocks and indexes, ETFs, whatever. So I'm going to send out newsletters. That's all I want to do at the moment, but I'm also going to start doing webinars and things like that and pay it forward, teach, inform, and educate. So please, I would appreciate if you go sign up, www.sergioavadian.com. There's a blue subscribe link. If you click on it, just put your email and your first newsletter will be showing up in your email box next Monday. So when Uber was $23, you guys drove with upfront fares. I drove with upfront fares for literally 10 days. And I said, this is what's going to make Uber money. And I completely figured out, Chris, that with upfront fares, they were able to completely separate what the rider paid from what the driver earned, because in the old days we had a rate card.
Before, though.
Yeah, we had a rate card.
They did that with estimated or upfront estimate. So
yeah,
they
but
hit what the driver.
upfront fares completely separated it, and I was like, "Yep, this is what's going to happen." And sure enough, stock goes from 23 to 100. That's 4x in 2.5 years. In what world are you going to get 4x in 2.5 years? Nowhere. Not in real estate, not in anything else. Maybe Bitcoin, but Bitcoin may, crypto maybe
And
foreign.
price target is at 130. So
Now it's 130.
that's you're going up to 5x if they hit
5x.
that 130.
Yep, 5x. So instead of eating junk food on the road, get your sandwich going. Save that money instead of going to 7-Eleven or a Starbucks, spending $10 a day on coffee. Put that money in an index fund. I'm going to show you all this, how you guys do this. And it's really not that difficult, but you have to start somewhere. And I know the financial education, first of all, lacks in this country from elementary school all the way to college. We know that. But specifically with 4 or 5 million Uber Lyft drivers in the country, they're not saving anything. They're not investing. And then they complain. They go like, oh, inflation, I'm paying more for tires. Yeah, it's called inflation. So in order to combat inflation and fight inflation, you have to invest. You have to invest in hard assets. Look at gold, guys, 4,000. Invest. Look at crypto, Bitcoin, 125. Look at the stock market, all-time high. And you're going to say, oh, it's very high now. So what? Over long periods of time, right? Power of compounding, rule of 72, all these things are important things to learn. And I'm going to teach you guys that through that website and the YouTube channel. So I would appreciate a subscription.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Waymo coming fast and furious.
This is Harry's new. This is Harry's new thing, Chris. Driverless Digest. So we talk about Waymo once a week, I think, just about, right? And I just want you guys to understand these things are here. They're not coming. They're here. They're here. Okay. And you guys need to understand. So if you guys understand charts or just looking at pictures are worth 1,000 words. Every city that they're in, they're scaling up now. I wrote an article on our newsletter. You guys should read it. Already it's affecting your earnings in the 5-6 cities that the Waymos are in. And I'm not even talking Tesla now, just Waymo. Driver earnings are down between 6 and 10% already. And they're in a geofenced area and they can't even get on the freeway yet. Imagine that. But they're scaling up meaning they're putting out more cars. And go check that Harry's article, number 1. Number 2, short and sweet, okay? In May 4th, 2023, Waymo hit 10,000 weekly rides. This is all 5 cities that they're in. May 9th, 2024, reached 50,000 weekly trips. August 30, 2024, doubled to 100,000 trips. October 29, 2024, reached 150,000 weekly trips. Now you're going to say, oh, what is that? That's no big deal. Well, look where the numbers are today. November 29, 2024, 175. February 2025, 200,000. And today, in 2 months, April 24, 2025, 250,000 weekly trips in 4 major markets. This number is going to do nothing but go up, folks. So, and they're positioning their cars in where you guys work. And you guys are going to see definitely lower earnings. You guys are going to see less pings because these things are going to take away your food. That's another reason for you to start pivoting and understanding what you can do next. You guys just stuck. And all I'm saying is don't put your head in the sand and say, oh, it'll be fine. I'm just going to ignore it. Everything will be fine. Nothing is going to happen for a decade. Those numbers, the growth in those numbers looks like it's going to keep doubling and doubling and doubling. You're going to make less and less and less. So just warning shot. That's all there is to it. And but now they're in Seattle, Chris. Now they're in Denver. Now they're testing in Boston. They're testing in New York City. They're testing in Philadelphia. I mean, they're coming. So you guys need to figure out what to do. Is it investing? Is it some other gig? Is it W-2? I don't know what it is. But if with limited scale, driver earnings are going down 5 to 10% in these 5 cities that they're in, and nationally, by the way, earnings are going higher, except with those 5 cities that Waymos are in, earnings are going down. You guys see a trend here? So yeah, please just start figuring things out. These things are here.
Oh yeah. All right. Anything more?
No.
That? Okay.
So
well, we are going to.
It should work. Well, send me an email, Sergio at sergioavadian.com. We'll see what the problem is. But I did not hear any problems, people signing up to the newsletter. But send me an email, Sergio at sergioavadian.com.
All right. Well, let's move on. We will grab a few people to come on, talk about Driver's Corner. Yep. And we'll open it up to anything. So if you want to come on and talk, and just grab the link there that was just posted, and you can come on. And we'll take a few people on and go from there.
Sounds good. So if anybody else is having that problem, please email me, Sergio at sergioavadian.com. Go into the signing up to the newsletter.
Sweet. I just got an email.
Okay, so Steph said I just signed up to the newsletter and had no problem. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem because we tested it. It's working beautifully. So
maybe you put in the email address wrong or something? That's
no.
a possibility.
Oh yeah, possibly if you put your email address wrong or whatever. Midnight Newton. Man. All right, we got one. We need a couple more. Let's go. Open mic. Anything you guys want to talk about?
All right, Chris, Midnight, what's up?
We're checking this shit.
What's going on? How are we doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
Yourself?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep. You hear us?
Awesome. Yeah, I just wanted some advice here. I've been deactivated twice this year from Uber for allegedly being an unsafe driver. And I have Display Ride as a dash cam, which shows all the screenshots of summaries each day. So I was able to get reactivated the first time, but the second time I was dealing with a rider who requested I drop her off in the alley at 11:40 at night, and I said, "Hey, it's a little unsafe to do so, and I'm just going to drop you off in the front where Uber is telling me to do." She got upset with me, and then didn't close my door, and reported me for unsafe driving. I have everything as far as the dash cam goes. I even have a YouTube channel that recorded the whole thing as well, and I even have the conversation of me reporting her to Uber, letting them know the situation, and they're saying, "Oh, don't worry, you won't get any negative feedback from her, and we'll make sure that we block her." But sure enough, a couple of days later, I got deactivated. And then when I did my appeal process, not even within 5 minutes of me trying to figure out what ride it was, I sent it over all the screenshots I could think of all the bad rides I could think of. I even tried to clip all the videos of any rides that I may have thought were giving me a bad experience. And they didn't take any consideration. And again, within 5 minutes of me doing the appeal, they deactivated me. So I decided to drive. I'm from Milwaukee as far as the driver goes. I drove 72 miles to Chicago 4 times to their Greenlight hub to get my appeal escalated. And I explained to them the same thing I'm telling you guys. You know, I was reported too early. They didn't really thoroughly give me information as far as what ride it was. And it wasn't until the 4th attempt to me going to the Greenlight hub to figure out what ride it was. And that's my fault. I should have figured out what it was the first time. But again, they didn't actually thoroughly look at any evidence I provided.
Okay, so you're asking us for advice. I mean, you're deactivated currently, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you were deactivated previously. And believe me, folks, Uber keeps track of your red flags. So I'm pretty sure if you have 3 red flags, and it could be complaints, right? Because you'll get an email. Uber will not deactivate you willy-nilly, by the way. Now, I'm not saying you're incorrect. This is the driver's fault or whatever. In this case, it's pretty clear it's not your fault. It's, you know, but since you were deactivated before, and the second one came pretty quickly after the first one, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to get back on. It's going to be, yeah. And that's why you got back the response literally like within 5 minutes when you appealed the second time. Now, what my advice to you would be is, number one, what city are you in?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay. First thing I would do is you can sue Uber for unlawful termination and loss of earnings in the small claims court to the maximum of your state. Okay.
Yeah.
That you can do. There's something very cheap you can do. You just gotta send Uber Legal a letter saying that they're getting sued, and they have to show up. Now I'm going to give you all the steps. If they don't show up, which most of the time they don't show up, you will get because there are millions of these cases going on. You will get a judgment, but then collecting is something completely different. Okay, judge will give you a judgment and put the max of your state. I don't know what it is in Milwaukee.
It's 10,000. I've already started the process with Gig Rocket, but I thought there was more I can do to resolve this.
Yeah, there's more things you can do, and the other thing, obviously, is you can do is arbitration, right? But that's a much lengthier process. But if you do have the time, I would highly recommend taking to arbitration.
Yeah.
To get back on the platform is going to be almost impossible. So you did go to the hub. I was going to say go to the hub, talk to a human as opposed to some AI chatbot or whatever. And but if you did that already, and what did they say? Like, no, we're not going to do it.
They were on my side, but I mean, they don't make any judgment calls. All they did was escalate my issue. I even showed them the video, clear as day. Eyesight 2020. The fastest I went for this ride, it was 5 blocks. It was a 5-block ride. The only stoplight I had, the only traffic sign I had was a green light, and then it all started with her requesting that I drop her off the alley. I said,
did you tell him that it may be a setup? It may have been a setup because shit happens in alleys, and maybe she just, who knows? Maybe they're going to rob you or something. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. All of it was recorded. I sent the whole video to them from beginning to start of the ride, for me even calling Uber.
So green light did nothing for you, basically.
Nothing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, if you were not deactivated previous to that and put back on the platform, that was like your 8th live, probably. Not that you've been deactivated 8 times, but you know what I'm saying. So it's going to be very difficult to get on. But you have 2 avenues. I mean, Gig Rocket is fine if you're working with them, but you can do it yourself. I don't think you need that. But sue them for that, get a judgment, and then collecting is completely different story. And then best thing is to take them to arbitration.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just looking to get reactivated. It's unfortunate, losing all these finances, but I mean, just to get, a fair judgment is all I wanted. But to get deactivated within 5 minutes, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that's the algos that they write, and they see it and they chuck you. And there's no recourse really. I mean, that's the problem with a lot of these laws that the lawmakers write for unjust deactivation protection. Like they have one in Washington, they have it in Boston that's coming up. They have it in they were gonna have it in Chicago, but I don't know what's going on there. They have it in New York. Sometimes it's a good thing to have politicians get involved. I don't know if they have anything in Wisconsin, but I don't know what else to tell you other than arbitration. But arbitration is lengthy process, but it may be worthwhile in your case.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's unfortunate because they're looking back. Oh, you've had these reports, but I mean, if I'm able to prove evidence every single time, this should just be a wash, right?
Yeah.
And there goes my display right.
No, I mean, I get it. I get 100% of what you're saying. But as you know, in our world, we don't do innocent until proven guilty. We just go guilty until we can prove our innocence, which is the rideshare world. That's what it is. And I'm telling you, if you like the first time it worked, your appeal worked, everything went through, and then you got reactivated. Somehow,
with the first one, I waited 6 months to actually get reactivated. They said my appeal was approved, but there was some technical issue, I guess, and I called them for 6 months straight.
After the first time, did you keep going back to the green light hub, or did you keep pressing?
No, I didn't think to go because the one that was in my area was closed down back in like 2018, 2019. So I just kept calling them, which obviously didn't work until 6 months later. They're like, "Oh, we just forgot to turn your account back on." Just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, shit happens. Yeah, I have millions and millions of drivers. I mean, this is the problem with rideshare, right? You all depend on it, but then you take it for granted and you don't think it could go away, and then it does go away. I mean, that's it. But I don't know. Those are the two things, man. I would take them to arbitration, and I would go back to the green light hub maybe one more time if you're in that area. I mean, if it took them 6 months for you to get reactivated the first time, maybe there's a chance. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do anything about it.
Absolutely. Understood.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time. Take care, you too.
All right, thanks, everyone. All right, we got Robert. What's going on?
Howdy. I'm doing great. I was the gentleman, Sergio, that you talked about. I have the 0% acceptance rate on Lyft. The offers that come through on Lyft are just absolute trash in my area. Even the XL rides seem to be paying maybe a little bit more than the regular Lyft rides.
So really 0%? Like zero?
Yeah, out of the last 100 rides or so, I have 0% acceptance rate. I don't know how well you can see that.
Okay.
There we go.
And then were you the one that said I have 0%, but I grossed 2,500? Are you that one?
Yes, it's all through Uber.
Oh, Uber. See, I go like, if you have 0% on Lyft, how do you grossing 2,500 on Lyft? I'm like, it's not gonna work.
No, I through the week. I turn on Uber for the most part. I have been driving with Uber for 8 years. Will be later this month. 8 years.
Okay.
17,500 rides. I signed up for Lyft in January of 2020, and I've taken maybe 750 rides, and most of those came within the first couple of years. I think I've done 5 Lyft rides this year, 5 or 6. I did 8 all of last year.
What city are you in?
College Station, Texas.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you get a lot of? Do you have this new? What is it? What did it say? Flash what? Flash?
No, we don't have the Flash. We do have the new UI though, but not the new time surge. I don't know what you call that.
So College Station, College Town, football games must be pretty good.
It last week was not as good as I was expecting, especially since Austin had ACL going on.
Okay.
The surges just weren't there. I made decent money, but only because of my private rides.
Okay.
Those helped out a lot. But yeah, I probably about $360 in private rides the last 2 weeks, and the rest in Uber, maybe like $30 from Lyft, and I made about $2,500 in the last 2 weeks. Not only do was, so yeah, it was. But I screenshot every ride that I take, or every offer I get, I screenshot. So every Uber request, every Uber offer, every Lyft offer, I screenshot those, and I've actually put those into a spreadsheet, and I can kind of break them down to see how those offers work versus P2 and P3 offers, and then P3 only.
Well,
and
my
Lyft is just-
suggestion to you is my
terrible.
suggestion to you. Now, I don't know if Uber has this in your city, but I know in Los Angeles, they run different algos, different hours. Okay. So
Mhm.
since you're doing all that kind of work, taking all the screenshots and putting them in a spreadsheet, you can literally read when they're switching algos. Okay. Uber switches algos in LA literally 6 times a day, every about 4 hours. And they can switch algos down to the city block, actually. That's how sophisticated they are. So if you're taking all these screenshots and looking at your numbers, you can literally figure out, because even without search, there will be times that the offers are better.
Mhm.
So work those hours as opposed to waiting for search or this and that. Even
I do.
base fares are higher than what they would be normally.
I work the bar hours usually, so those are the busiest hours of the week, of the day. When I plugged everything in my spreadsheet and looked at what rides I took versus what rides I was offered, the majority of the rides that I took ended up being the higher paying ones. The lower paying ones are the ones that I've declined, and you can
Okay.
kind of see that gradient as I scroll down through my
Okay.
spreadsheet.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Well, 0%. Congrats. I
Thanks.
mean, what's
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I'll take a ride every now and then on Lyft, but yeah.
Well, then you
their
have to
offers are
you have to decline 99 more to get back to zeros.
Mhm.
He's gonna message us next week and be like, "I got 1%."
I'm moving up. I got 2 now.
Maybe, who knows? Kind of
Anyway,
depends on how it
all right.
goes. There were a few good Lyft offers throughout there, but usually I was already on our Uber ride, and I was just
Yeah.
not going to
No, I
bother.
mean, you're doing all the right things, and you've been doing it for a long time, so we don't have to tell you what to do. You know what I mean? All right, you be safe out there now.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too. Take care. And our favorite,
Mohammed, what's going on?
you're
Muted.
muted, Mohammed.
Still muted.
Fat fingers, Mohammed. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, good evening. Happy Tuesday. Hope
Tuesday.
everybody is well. Been driving, doing it right. I got 2 observations.
Okay.
Driving on Lyft, every once in a while, I receive a request. A lady has a walker. So I go down and help her put the walker in the car. Should that be treated as a medical ride?
In what sense?
Because Uber has the helping the rider who needs like medical help, to walk to the car, or should that be treated as a medical ride? Because there's like an extra $3 or $4 extra.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, if
Well,
they
okay.
didn't order it specifically that way, I don't think you're going to get the extra. You know how
Well,
riders are, right?
Yeah.
They will order regular and then try to get away with everything. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know? You think there should be medical chips, Chris? If you
There are on the app. They do have. Oh, Lyft has it.
Yeah, Lyft has it. I don't know if Uber has CMT or not, but
Yeah.
not CMT. Medical.
Now, the other thing that the
Well,
person
you did a good deed. You did a good deed. Okay.
I
Cool.
know. I mean, normally I help the person out. It's nature. It's
Okay. See, Daniel is a PhD student. Like he says, it's the ADA, American Disabilities Act. You're required to help with the walker. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. One other thing is the person who spoke before, 2 persons before me.
Mhm.
This is what happened to me on Thursday night at 12:30 midnight in Detroit. I picked up this lady, drove her maybe like a half a mile.
Mhm.
So when we get her car is in the parking lot, all I said, you just walk across and maybe like walk across the sidewalk. She goes to me, "Can you please go into the parking lot?" I said, "Ma'am, look where the car is right here." She said, "No, please go into the parking lot." So what I do, I thought I saw the entrance, and I'm going, and the next thing is, boom, the tire is flat.
Oh shit.
The tire is flat. I don't have a spare, and so I got the car towed home. But that person who the lady wanted to be dropped off in an alley. What happened if that tire would have busted in the alley?
Yeah. Not only that, but I think What if they robbed him or something? Because why do you want to go to the alley? And good things don't happen in the alley.
Yes. And what else? The NFL season is beginning this week. Amazon Prime is today and tomorrow. And go Michigan, defeat USC.
Yeah, bro, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Why? I went to USC. What's wrong with you?
Well, hopefully be a good game.
I'm banning you from the Rideshare.
No.
No, man, we love you, Mohammed. We love you, Mohammed.
Thank you, Sergio.
How's everything else? Everything good? Health good?
It's good. No complaints. What else? I reached advantage mode, but for some reason the requests never changed. They were all lousy, still. But other than that, I don't know if I should give this secret away. Now, the way I split events is.
Don't.
Okay, I won't.
Fight Club, never Fight Club. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Other than that, it's what else? Go Tigers and
Lions,
what is it?
Lions won 4 in a row. Lions won 4 in a row. So
yes, and Amazon Prime is today and tomorrow.
What do you have to do with Amazon Prime? You're taking packages too?
No. It's the Amazon Prime days.
Oh, so you're gonna go shopping, basically.
So, yeah, if anybody wants. Okay. Usually what I do is I buy the Ventru N2 Pro. It's usually 170, and Amazon Prime Day it's 120.
Okay.
So if anybody, So
all right,
other than that, wish everybody a happy week and enjoy and stay safe and God bless. Thank you for letting me in.
See you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and then we
Last
got
but not least.
Steph, what's going on?
Trouble is here.
Damn right. So one good thing about Uber, I'm somehow a platinum driver because I'm a good driver. I just don't like support for the most part. But had an issue, was on the phone with Uber Safety that has people in America, dear Lyft, get it. And my car died right after an oil change. They didn't put oil in my car after I drove about 150 miles. So had an issue. So Uber Safety is the one that told me as a platinum driver that I had car towing package for 25 miles for free. So I didn't know any of those because I'm not used to having platinum, didn't know any of the benefits. So look at the benefits that you have if you're a tier driver. Was worth it. Saved me a lot of money because I was 71 miles away from home. So I was able to use it twice.
How's it that you're a platinum driver? You're
because I'm amazing to my riders.
Oh,
that's why.
All right. Okay. So I'm still waiting for the email with the deactivation and.
It's been a week. So on that, well, I've had a lot going on.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you. That's all I'm saying.
I've been in the hospital with my daughter, so I haven't had the mental wherewithal.
Okay, look, all I'm saying to you is I would like to at least understand what's going on because that seemed like a horrible situation that you went through.
Yeah.
And they deactivated.
Did you see the videos? Yeah. So I am deactivated. It's on X. I've tagged you in it a couple times.
Well, X is bullshit for me. X is like what do you call that? Mission Impossible. I go in, psst, it goes away, I'm done. It's like X is like I'm like the guy that goes listen to the tape and tape self-destructs. That's how good I am. X is like,
okay, so you're a sniper on X. You go in there, drop a couple bombs, and leave. I got it.
I create havoc and then I'll just go. That's it.
Okay, so I'll email it to you and do that separately because what happened was hocus pocus to the max degree, and it's been crazy, but I'm kind of grateful of what it is because what we have to realize is we're independent contractors, but we're not at will employees because we're not an employee and there's zero recourse as far as drivers go. I asked for facts. I asked for backup because I have everything recorded. I take screenshots and record everything. I record phone calls. Everything's recorded to submit, to defend myself, and it's nothing. Because I called out their safety team. but I'll respond to you in that.
Did you cuss them
But
out?
no, I
did you
didn't.
use like foul language?
I think after they hung up, but no, not to them. I
Well,
called them a
no, I mean,
liar.
because they have it recorded too, by the way. So you know.
Yeah, no, I've asked for the recordings. I asked for
Okay.
what was said and when, so that I know, because I don't think I did anything. I called him a liar because I caught him in a lie.
That's not a big deal. You didn't call them
Yeah.
F-bombs and things like that.
No, nothing
Okay,
like that.
I'll see what I can do.
But question on the new heat map thing.
Hmm.
The other Santa Barbara rides guy says that you can pinch out of it and go to the old map. Is that true? Because that just hit Santa Barbara Ventura area and it sucks.
The heat map?
Yeah.
You're talking
He
about the
posted
heat map
early
or
on that you can,
thing when
Can
you
you
open
do
it
it?
up.
Let me try it. I don't think so.
because I asked him what
Okay.
he did and I didn't hear a
So
response.
I have this is my new home screen. What the fuck? Here it is. Yeah, that's
The
my
green
new
screen,
home
okay.
screen. That's the
Okay.
new home screen. So I have to touch this to go to the old screen. See, now I go to the old screen. Okay.
Ah,
And then if I touch
okay.
home, it takes me back to the new screen. Now, in my area, it says 1 to 27 minutes for the next trip, Chris. busy. Let's go to West Hollywood. Holy shit, the whole place is dead. Okay, so you say you pinch and the colors go away? Is that what he said?
I think that's what he said. It was the other Santa Barbara driver, the SB Rides
if you pinch, the
805.
colors go away, but then you cannot see shit. I mean, I get it. Of course you can, because it just makes like it shows me Catalina Island that way. That's why. I mean, otherwise it's like it doesn't make any sense. No, I mean, yeah, if you pinch, it goes away. The colors go away. But that's because now you're looking from Santa Clarita to Long Beach. That's why. No, anyway. Okay. So yeah, the new screen is I don't know. I mean, I don't care for it, but
All right, I'll email you when my brain is a little clear.
yeah, take your time, and then because you did email me, but then I told you
Yes.
what to say, what to do.
Yes.
And then so you are deactivated.
Yes, still.
It wasn't your fault.
Nope.
You got assaulted.
Yep.
You got beat up.
I didn't get beat up. I just got hit in the side of the face. Well, so by then there was a gun. So here's the thing. I was on the phone with Lyft support, making a report, all very calm. I have it recorded. I posted it on X. And the person, it was two underage girls.
People that you guys posting on X, this doesn't go anywhere.
Honestly. Wait, hold on. Well, no, I know, but I needed to vent. Anyways, and I thought you would see it. Yes, it's hard to send a video. I'll do YouTube links to you, though. I'll work on it. Okay. And you can hear me on the phone with the Lyft support saying, I need to call 911. He's got a weapon. Because I couldn't tell if it was a knife or a gun at first, because I just saw him holding the end of it, to have it be a gun. And my stupid self, in hindsight, I'm an idiot. I should have driven off and ran over their foot that was under my car versus staying. And, part of me was in fear, part of me wasn't, but it was dumb to stay. I should have broken a foot and let them complain about it. And you can hear me on the phone with Lyft support saying it.
But why are you calling Lyft support instead of calling 911?
Because I was on the phone with Lyft support prior to that, like when two guys came up to do it. They were the boyfriend and dad of the underage girls I denied. So I'll send you the video. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun.
And a paragraph about what's going on. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why did they deactivate you though? Because first they said I was disrespectful to a rider, and I said, who, when, what? I have dash cam. Then they said it was to one of their employees, and I said, when? I have it all recorded. What did I say? In what context did I say something? I want to know what I said. Did you appeal?
I appealed and got denied, and they just sent a blanket thing. And then they said that it happened on March 4th. And I said, that's when I had the attempted carjacking and complained about you guys publicly. And when it was stated and someone from Lyft reached out, I said a cuss word because the girl laughed and then hung up. And so when she hung up, they still record the phone call for 2.5 seconds after you hang up. So after the girl hung up, I said, fuck. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that here. I said a swear word after she hung up, but not at them. I was mad at the situation. So the person from Lyft that reached out said, I understand that, and gave me the pass on that.
Okay. All right.
So
I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
it's a long shot, but
Okay, that's fine.
We'll have to. I mean,
All right.
I'm not saying. All I'm going to do is I'm going to look at you, look at what happened, and it doesn't
Yeah.
seem right. There's something is missing here. I'm not saying you did wrong, right, or whatever, but why would they deactivate you? That's what
Here, because they failed at their job, and I called them out and said I was going to make it public and complain about it. And
Lyft doesn't care about any of this stuff.
no, but here's the thing. It was from finally a supervisor called
Yeah.
after I had gotten a phone call where I was called a derogatory name and I made the complaint. So one of their, Leonardo by name, called me a puta, not knowing if I would know what it is. And so his supervisor called me back and I made the complaint.
Okay.
I have it on tape.
Okay. Well, maybe you should do like, I'm not saying go edit, do this, do that. Just if there's a lot of videos or tape or whatever, just put it into one maybe, and then, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
All
right.
And then lastly, last thing, are drivers still handing out water, treats, gum, all of that stuff to people? I'm hearing it from riders all the time.
Some are.
That's insane. Y'all are nuts. All right. I appreciate you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You take care. Be well.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. What's up?
I'm not passing water and gum.
Oh, hell no. They ain't paying me enough anymore to do that.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, that's the end of the show. Hope you guys had a good day. If not, well, I don't know what to tell you. But
have a better day tomorrow.
Yeah, go out there and make some money, and we'll see you guys next week.